Hello, this is Callan Bentley here with a video book review. It's been a while since I've done one of these, so I figured the time was right. I've had a little bit more time to read lately, which is nice. But one of the books that I just finished reading and that I'd highly recommend is this one. It's called Big Bang by Simon Singh. Um, it's basically an overview of the history of science and experimentation, scientific thinking that led to our current understanding of the origin of the universe. Um, or rather, not the origin of the universe per se, but what happened from a few microseconds after the origin of the universe until now. Um, it's great. It spans centuries of thinking with really sort of basic early ideas about the shape of the Earth and whether the Earth orbits the sun or vice versa. And then, gets up into, really weird stuff, including, like dark energy and things like that towards the end. One of the things that I really enjoyed about the book was getting a better appreciation for this image. This is an image of very, 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 very slight differences in the wavelengths of microwave radiation that is essentially the signature of slight anisotropies, slight differences in the density of the infant universe. And it's thought that these slight little differences ended up basically being the source of the gravity differences that led to the condensation of stars and galaxies, rather than just having everything be spread out and be completely homogeneous or isotropic throughout the entire universe. So I really enjoyed sort of getting a better sense of that in reading the book. The book is very well written. It's perfectly paced, I thought. It's not too fast and not too ponderous. And one thing that's really nice about the conclusion of every chapter is Singh has a little two-page spread that sort of shows notes, almost like it were a college course, and you were summarizing that chapter. What are the big points of that chapter? And I think that's really an exceptional sort of contribution there. It's a nice way to summarize things, and it sort of breaks it down almost like an outline. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised at all if, his original outline for the book was just, six of those two-page spreads where he said, this is the story I want to tell, and then he wrote it. Highly recommended. Excellent book if you want to get a little bit of perspective on where the universe comes from and where it's potentially going. Thanks.